Hello, welcome to Reinfrastructure. I'm your host Ryan Landsberg, and today, for our introductory video, I will be discussing the massive new redevelopment plan for New York City's own Laguardia Airport. First, let's start with some history. The airport was named for Fiorello H. Laguardia in 1947. He was the 99th mayor of New York. Before that, it was called New York Municipal Airport, and it was opened in 1939. With Terminal A, also known as the Marine Air Terminal. Terminal B, the main terminal at the airport, was completed in 1964 with the equivalent of about $300 million. Terminal C, one of the two Delta terminals, was opened in 1992 to the tune of $250 million. And Terminal D, the smaller Delta terminal, was opened in 1983 for a much lower cost of $93 million. As time went on, this airport for the modern world slowly decayed and was eventually likened to that of a third world airport by Vice President Biden. The airport is generally seen as one of, if not the worst airport in North America, and I for one would certainly agree with that statement. The airport is way over capacity with almost 30 million passengers last year. The event that really pushed this renovation along was during the 2016 presidential campaign, when Vice President Mike Pence's airplane skidded off the runway. Thankfully, no one was seriously injured. Recently, the airport had some small renovations, such as the new control tower which opened in 2010, but none of those changes will compare to what the airport will look like in just a few short years. Just last year, they had the groundbreaking after signing it into existence. The first major replacement at this airport will be that of Terminal B, the one built in 1964. Its long, sprawling arms will be completely demolished when this new unified airport is built. This new Terminal B will have 1.3 million square feet and will have 35 gates. Estimates say that it will be completed and ready for operation later this year, but I'm guessing that's slightly optimistic. I'm going to guess that's going to happen sometime in early to mid-2019. But the iron frame was completed in March, with all the workers signing their names to it. When do you think it'll be finished? Tell me in the comments below. The new concourses will have 25-foot tall ceilings, security wait timers, so we will know when we need to get in line as to not be too late or too early to getting to the gate, bigger lounges with more advanced features, small plantings for plants and greenery throughout the terminal, art installations like we have on the 2nd Avenue subway, sky bridges for pedestrians to cross from the main building to the concourses, and lots of stainless steel and glass. The new security space will be 3 times the size and much more open as to facilitate faster and more efficient transport through it. For Terminal A, the most beautiful but hardly ever used terminal, they'll be adding a new ferry service which will allow people to transport just through water from anywhere in the city to the airport. And they will be adding new restaurants and a small facility space for more flights to take off from that terminal. The main terminal is getting a new, over 250 room on-site hotel. This will definitely be a great addition, and it already has multiple hotel companies vying for this spot, as the closest one currently is across the highway. And Terminals C and D will be finished by the early 2020s, and these will be funded mostly by Delta, but partially by the publicly funded New York and New Jersey Port Authority. The entire airport is also being pushed back closer to the Grand Central Parkway. This will allow for 200% more runway space than they currently have, allowing for more flight operations at any one time. New rental car facilities will be built on premises, as opposed to what we currently have now, where they're about a mile away from the actual airport. And a new garage of 3,100 cars and another one with 1,100 cars are currently being built. This airport is going to have 72 gates, and my guess is that it will look similar to the Oculus, which currently sits next to the World Trade Center down in the financial district. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. If you disliked it, give it a thumbs down. And if you want your airport covered, just leave a comment below and it's 3-letter code, and I might get around to doing a video on it. Thank you, and see you next time on Re-Infrastructure.